the same. We ain't the same. I'm the type to do the hitting up.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Vikings sure-handed tight end. He's danced around coverages all year to the tune of 1,400 receiving yards so far. It's the Vikings and the Bears, and it comes your way next.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today it's a week. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Josh Palmer, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. You look at this defense for the Vikings. It was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine me a touchdown!
Jelani Woods with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Etienne on the toss right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Here now a 3rd and 20. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And take it right on the 30. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Alan Lazard, 39 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
On play action, they'll throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Pulled in at the 24. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Herbert. The short throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Herbert throwing again. And he slings one that's incomplete. Looking for Jelani Woods that time. And it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. You look at this Bears defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
1st down, Vikings.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And Woods has it complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. And that's an important completion right there, because that's going to do it. With that last pass, he eclipses Peyton Manning's all-time mark of 5,000. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Vikings.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up.
Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. As they've got it as we resume action. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Again, Herbert. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Caught by Woods. Touchdown, Vikings. Jelani Woods with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Bears nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. ETN once more. And he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Herbert's throw pulled in by Woods. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Bears' 42.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Pass out left, caught by Woods. Touchdown! Jelani Woods on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A throw on first down there, but it's a short throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Here's Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. On first down, it's Herbert. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
And the Vikings first down.
On first and 10, Herbert. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And incomplete on the deep ball. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. Back to the air, Herbert on second down. The short throw pulled in by Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Vikings.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Derrick Henry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Bears nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. First and 10. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Taken in at the 22. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over first and 10. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Minnesota.
To the air again, Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Henry will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. Here's 2nd and 10. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Short throw, it's Higbee. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. The Bears on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And now out comes Minnesota. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
First down, Vikings.
On first down, Justin Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Herbert now. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First down, Vikings.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Touchdown, Vikings! A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
At the 17-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Let's go.
Herbert on first down now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. But they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the fourth quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Go.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Bears offense ready to get going again. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. He'll get that underneath ETN. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step,